Hello, YouTube watchers. It's your boy Bobolink here, and welcome to Triangle to Talk, a brand new podcast all about gaming news. Like primarily Spyro, because I don't know if you guys have heard. There's like some kind of game coming out. I don't know. Like you can see it maybe.
No,
No.
I think I missed it in the past week.
Is it anything like Crash?
Yeah. I think it's like Crash, but he's purple or something.
Oh, it was his 30th anniversary.
Really?
Does he
What's 30?
spin?
Can't say I've
Looks
ever
good
heard
at
of it.
him. No. Yeah.
As I say, I think I've met the chap once. Hang on. Oh,
Oh
Is
my
this
god,
a Spyro?
it's Mr.
Whoa.
Spyro
Is that
Dragon
a
himself.
My
He's
goodness.
joined us from a realm beyond. What do you have
Hey!
to say?
The
What do you have
realm
to say
beyond
for
was New
yourself?
Zealand.
The realm beyond was New Zealand. There we go. Realm beyond was New Zealand. What do you have to say for yourself? Yeah, no.
What have you been eating, Spyro? Like, I'm just wondering. Like
He's been on them. He's been on them protein gains.
yeah.
I was going to say roids, but I don't think they have roids in the
So
Dragon
I was going to
Kingdoms.
say, like, how
No, they
much?
might.
What does he even
Creatine or
eat?
something
Like,
like that,
Yeah.
butterfly. Well, I know Sparks eats butterflies, but they must have a decent bit of protein in them. I guess I'm not sure.
What if Spyro just eats all the gems?
Maybe. I mean, to be fair, like
Maybe.
you do see him, and like the numbers sort of come out, and that could be his burping.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Sparks. Oh, wait, I mean Lord Pikachu.
Sounds like a game theory. Like a demented
Yeah, a game theory. Well, we're on the wrong podcast for
Thanks
that.
for watching.
Yeah.
For those watching or listening, basically in this podcast, we just we talk a lot of stuff, nonsense, but it's normally around gaming. And jokes aside, I think we're all pretty excited. There's been a big announcement, new Spyro game, first time in 8 years. I'm gonna go out on a hunch and say that like most of you have seen the trailer.
I mean,
I may have watched it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's the
watched
first
it.
new Spyro game in 8 years, but the first wholly new one since 2008.
Yeah.
So about
I've-
18 years or something like that.
I- I've-
18 years.
I've
exactly.
been waiting patiently. Like, I can't tell you when
Yep.
Skylanders came out, I was expecting a Spyro game, and I was like, "Oh, this is a new like Spyro logo and whatever." But it's got Spyro's Adventure in there. And then I got the game for my birthday. Was very excited. Watched a lot of LPs. Then I was like, "Wait, Spyro's like not in this at all. Like it's nuts." And then they started
What do
making.
you mean? He was one toy.
Yeah, like one playable character. And then it was like, and then they started making titles without him. And I was like, no, we're going further away from Spyro. So
They pulled a Raymond Rabbids on the poor guy.
exactly.
basically.
And it's interesting that the same people behind that are now doing this game. But I looked
It's
at
interesting.
I looked at the trailer and I don't know, I thought it looked really good, to be honest. And because we've been like so starved of new content for like 19 years coming up, I feel there's like they've got a very big drought to like make up for. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, those are like my gut thoughts. Feel free to chime in, fellas.
No, podcast over.
But yeah, podcast
That's
over.
it.
I mean,
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week when we return from the sunny shores of Spain. No, but genuinely,
not Dragon Shores.
Not Dragon Shores, no. As I say, because we'll never get the super flame ability off ourselves. No, but it's great to actually have the trailer for this. As I say, it's coming up, like you said, 19 years basically. I think by my calculation, I'm probably wrong, but
Honestly, it sounds about right.
yeah, sounds about right. But yeah, it's great to have a new Spyro game after all these years. Like, it's not just the fact of the matter is it's 18 years after the last wholly original one, which was Spyro, the Legend of Spyro, was it? Yeah, Dawn of the Dragon.
Yeah.
08.
Yeah.
And then you had Reignited in 2018. But my God, even with Reignited, if you just look at it in an isolated case with Reignited, it's been 8 years since Reignited. Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah. And
I know.
God, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was watching the reveal at Xbox Live, and like watching those chats light up and the internet basically explode over it. Like, I almost wonder if, in a weird way, this became like part of their marketing campaign. You know, like actually, we know it's been a long time. Like, let's give them an epic return to form.
I mean, I'll admit, I actually cheered. So,
I potentially, you could say it was part of the marketing campaign. I think that it was more so the fact that they were, and I think they've addressed this themselves, Toys for Bob, by saying that they were working on projects they were perhaps not as passionate on. Call of Duty.
Yeah, of course.
You mean there's no passion in Call of Duty since when?
Yeah.
I'd say probably about 2012 when Black Ops 2 released. I think that was the last good one, probably.
Honestly,
Which is funny because
if that's even a thing that you can have a good Call of Duty game, I don't know.
I don't know.
It is funny because I remember in 2012 watching like a retrospective on all of Spyro, like up until that point, and it was kind of interesting because the person who was doing it, can't remember her name for the life of me, but she said kind of how people always expected like additional playable characters, like additional abilities and whatever for Spyro, but with like something like Call of Duty, they could basically make the same game over, and like people would like pay to play it time and time again. Yeah, it's crazy, but
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I can safely say I've never bought a Call of Duty game on release ever. Only time
I've never bought one, to be honest. Yeah,
I've only ever bought Black Ops. I bought Black Ops 2 as a pre-owned game. I think it was in 2014 or 2015 because I remember playing it around mates' houses when I was like, a couple of years younger, and we would play like the zombies and gun game on like Hijacked or whatever. And it was like the only reason I bought it was not even because I truly loved Call of Duty, but more for the nostalgia sake. So that's it. Yeah, at least Toys for Bob is now out of. I think they've been referred to as the COD mines now.
Yeah,
so,
they're out of COD purgatory. Yeah,
I mean,
purgatory.
I even watched the interview Paul Yan and Lou Studdert did with the IGN journalist, and I think they even gave the sense there that it's like, it's not that they're like not proud of the work they did on Call of Duty, but I think they are very happy not to have to do it anymore.
No, they're not proud.
Yeah,
they're not proud of like they're pretty sick of having to change the same jacket all the time. It's just a different color.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I think honestly, and you can tell from the trailer and everything. Go watch it, by the way, if you haven't seen it. But I'd imagine if you're watching this, you've probably heard the news at this point.
I would like to think so, but
yeah.
Well, even if you
said
it, go watch the trailer.
If not, like people, thank you for watching us before the trailer, if that's the case, or listening to us if you're listening. Watch the trailer, and you can definitely tell that they're like back at form, and they're like very comfortable making this kind of content, and it's good to see. Like, it's one of those things of, I was looking at it initially, and I noticed a lot of people were scared that it was like going to be Skylanders. But I do sort of wonder if that's just if that's just their style. If that's just the kind of art style they go for.
I think the style actually works this time around. Something about it tells me that they've kind of like, I don't know, fine-tuned it in a way that makes it work with Spyro a little bit more as aesthetics and all that sort of thing.
If this is the permanent style for Spyro going forward, I would be okay with it. It's a very nice style.
I was impressed the moment the trailer started. Like, for some reason, when I saw Activision Presents, I knew it was Spyro at that moment. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just sort of, like, I didn't see any other games that had that. Well, there might have been, but I just didn't see them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this must be it. Like, that's a very, sort of direct sort of, it's, sort of, I think it's coming back, sort of thing.
It was also telling that, like, a lot of the biggest streamers in the Spyro sphere happen to be streaming the Xbox Showcase as well. Like, it did really make me think, like, oh, they must be, like, privy to something that, like, we don't know. But obviously, like, they have contacts,
to be fair, The Xbox showcase was the most likely option from the beginning anyway, because of
Mm.
Activision's deals with Microsoft.
Yeah, very true, very
exactly,
true.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't watching it live.
That's fair.
I'll be honest, I kind of sort of forgot about it. So basically what happened was, I think the showcase aired, I want to say about 2 or 3 in the morning my time. I
That sounds about right.
gone to bed because I was like, do you know what, I'm tired. I had got had been listening to the Monaco Grand Prix, Formula One, for those of you who don't know. Very chaotic Grand Prix, and I was talking about it the following morning, and then I suddenly remember, oh yeah, Xbox showcase. So I had to quickly go and watch that before I got anything spoilt for me, and lo and behold, Spyro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think the only reason why I ended up being glued in was because on another server, Crystal Fisher was talking about it. He said he was going to be streaming it, and then that was it. I was in. I was watching the stream the whole time, until that bit came up, and everybody.
I remember.
Loaded.
I was going to say, I remember while I was watching Crystal Fisher's restream of it. Anytime there was a new trailer, I would just joke. I was just making jokes like, so I guess Bethesda's making the new Spyro now. Weird that they're giving so many swords. And I would just be making jokes like that every time there was a new announcement.
We will get to the rest of the games later, but Bethesda's doing a lot this year. I kept seeing Bethesda presents. Bethesda is just are they making Spyro? It's in the realm of possibility.
Bethesda
honestly, I did consider at one point. A realm beyond.
Yeah, I mean,
the realm beyond is Skyrim. It's another Skyrim remake. Sorry, Todd Howard's done it again.
Yeah, I always thought go on. Sorry.
I was to say Bethesda presents a Spyro, which is a bit more story driven, and it's your choices will matter. It's just you'll get the option. You'll get the option. Should you flame money bags? Should you give money bags the money or not? No.
Yeah.
Money bags will remember that.
Money bags will remember that. Yeah.
I always thought that Spyro crossover with something like Black Ops would be really cool. Just I don't know, just something that you wouldn't expect, because I feel like Spyro and Crash crossing over. Yeah, honestly, Spyro and Crash crossing over is so easy, but I find crossover with something that just wouldn't belong, kind of like peanut butter and jam or something. It's crazy, but yeah.
The thing is, though, Crash and Spyro only really work together because of the cartoon style, but gameplay-wise, they're totally incompatible.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? If they turn into a party game format, I suppose it could work.
Yeah,
true. It did not work.
Some kind of Crash.
I hate those games with a passion.
Crash Bandicoot Dash Fusion? Or something, or I don't.
You sound like you're talking about a Crash Team Rumble, maybe.
Maybe, or a Wumpa League. If you want to get old about it.
God. The real Wumpa League was the friends we made all along the way.
Exactly.
Or a Crash Bash. Please don't.
Yeah.
Crash and bash 'em.
I still want a Crash Bash, but worldwide playable. You could play with
Crash Bash remake when?
I just want to be able to get a platinum trophy in the game. So it's done. It's over. I never want to touch it again in my life.
I mean, you know what? We are in a realm of possibility where if a Crash Bash remake does happen in the modern style, Spyro could be a playable character.
True.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I always thought that Spyro could have done a racing game. I don't know. You have the you have the speedways. You have the skateboards.
He's in Nitro Kart GBA.
Yeah.
And Nitro Fuels.
And Nitro Fuels, yeah.
And Nitro Fuels, I think that's the more prominent one, yeah.
No.
He's a GBA game, that's about it.
Yeah, GBA game, yeah.
Oh, GBA.
Chronologically.
What do you mean? He's in Skylander Superchargers.
Trash Nitro Kart GBA, yeah.
I think he's also in Supercharge format we do on our channel as well.
Oh, yes.
He's been everywhere.
That's basically a racing game.
Check out more of our videos.
We know what the name of the racing game is going to be then, when that happens.
What is everyone's thoughts and hopes for the new game?
I hope it's good.
Yeah. Like that sums up everyone's hope. I feel like.
I hope they use the flight mechanic well,
Mm.
and that they don't, and that they use that they produce good level design with it, because that's the biggest concern for me at the moment. Is just how they're going to implement level design. This the thing is, like, didn't one of the dragons in Spyro 1 say to Spyro, like, he's not big enough to be able to fly yet? I guess they've taken that literally, perhaps. Like, now he's big enough to fly, so, you know.
See, I always got the sense that, like, in the original trilogy of games, like, he kind of grows up a bit anyway.
I thought that too.
Like, I find, like, the voice that Carlos Alazraqui does in the first game works, because he's, like, a bit sort of young and brash and snide. And then, like, I feel Tom Kenny's, like, voice of him in Spyro 2 and Spyro 3, I don't know, just add something to it. Like, just sort of, like, grows him up a bit.
Didn't they confirm Tom Kenny returning?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a good thing.
Mm.
I read somewhere that the original Spyro 1, like, the reason why they dropped Carlos Alazraqui is because they just didn't think that tone really worked. They thought he was a bit too much of an asshole in the first game, or something like that.
I mean,
I just think,
get it.
Yeah. I just think, like, canonically it kind of works, though, is that, like, he sort of grows up a bit and is like, oh, wait, maybe I'm not the bee's knees and, like, do have to rely on other people more. And you can kind of see that lesson come full circle when you get to Spyro Year of the Dragon, where he even lets, like, not only these new friends he makes do levels that he cannot possibly do, he, like, hands them sparks as well. Like, you know, his lifeline, his best friend, you know, like, it's crazy. It's sort of giving, like, Anakin Skywalker giving Padme his lightsaber to show his trust of her, you know.
I was going to say, I think with the thoughts on what I've seen so far, I think, as I say, it looks good. As I say, obviously we haven't seen much because most of the trailer was the cinematic. The cinematic looked, fairly nice. I like the new design of Spyro. I like the detailing that he has now. As I say, it's a slightly different design to what we're used to. The eyebrows seem a lot more pronounced on him, which I presume, as I say, I talked about this in a video I made, I presume kind of indicates that he's aged a bit, which I think is heavily the implication so far, is that he has grown up a little bit, especially now that he can fly. Unless there's some sort of storyline reason where he's going to be given the ability to fly or something, I don't know. With regard to the gameplay that we saw, the alpha footage so far, as I say, I am optimistic. As I say, I'm not concerned quite yet, because there seems to be a lot to do in that one area that we did see. It looks quite vast and wide open. I know I've seen some people complaining that it's a bit too empty and a bit too, and that's kind of like the fate of the open world-ish games, where it looks just a bit too vast and empty. But I like what they've shown so far, like, because they showed him, I think it was torching a bonfire while he was flying through the viaduct, and then he comes out, flies up vertically, shoots whatever that spinning thing is the sky, gets a boost off of it. But if you look off to the side, there's like a bridge or some sort of like tower type thing, really high up. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of elements for the flight to be used. So I used this word a lot in the video I made, which was verticality. There's a lot of elements of verticality involved.
I'm thinking the same thing, actually. Like, it's given me, like, how, like, in the game Zelda Breath of the Wild, you kind of, like, climb the mountain, but it's, like, difficult to climb the mountain. It's not like it's not instantaneous. I'm getting the feeling that, like, there's going to be a lot of caps to the flight and stuff like that. A lot of, like, puzzle.
I just hope the game's not too
elements,
open. If that makes sense.
My understanding is the flight system is seemingly going to be momentum based. So
that's cool. Actually,
I think
that.
they more or less kind of confirmed that when I looked at the plot outline earlier. Like, I think they said something about like building combos and stuff like, or maybe that's what I like deduced from what they said. And you can kind of see it in the trailers.
You can do like dives and stuff.
And they showed a little bit of that off, and I think a lot of that will be like rewards based. They could even have like skill points based on them, or trophies to for modern.
I hope skill points come back.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I love those.
Or achievements as well, because it's going on Xbox as well. I forget. Yeah.
And
The other thought I had when I saw it actually was like a more advanced version of Sergeant Bird's flights in A Hero's
yes,
Tale.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because it's sort of like
yeah,
when you're on the ground, you get like a very detailed world and whatever. But it looked there that he was like in the midst of a sort of time trial challenge or whatever. And it could maybe be like they're
yeah,
trying to build those kinds of things into levels themselves. So that when you're flying and doing that, it's maybe slightly less detailed so that you can, this is me like doing the flight or whatever. You can't really see my hand very well. But yeah.
You're literally holding a Spyro plushie. You could use that to demonstrate.
you could, yeah.
In a realm beyond.
In a realm beyond. Yeah, there you
Could
go.
you
Yeah.
imagine if the trailer was just
I
showing
just
off
like
the
his,
speedway level
like-
and the rest of the game is just perfectly, like, exactly like reignited?
It's just like, how can I
Yeah.
demonstrate Spyro flying? I wonder,
Let me
Well, what you
think.
gotta do is you gotta use a Pikachu.
Exactly. But yeah, those are my thoughts there, and I really liked the level
Yeah.
design as well. I noticed massive statue. I don't know if that's going to be like kind
Oh,
of
off to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Built into
Yeah.
the cliff face. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
It looked almost like it looks like some sort of sheep or a ram or something.
really.
And I was like,
yeah.
what the hell? Yeah, that's
No
kind
sheep
of
behind
the
him, they get in this
visual.
trailer.
I get
Yeah,
this
the
feeling there's going
visual
to be
I
a
had-
lot of. I get the
Yeah.
feeling there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs in the game, and a lot of like eagle eye players are going to notice things
Yeah.
that like were in, like obviously not just the original trilogy, but also games like A Hero's Tale, Enter
Yeah.
Dragonfly. Like because obviously in Enter Dragonfly they had that big statue of Nasty Nork in Jurassic Jungle, like which is one of the things that always sticks out to me about that game. So yeah. And also like on the empty level design point, like have these people played it as Dragonfly? That was pretty empty.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
that
say-
wasn't an open world.
It looked fuller than that, certainly.
Yes.
Looked a bit more vibrant, I would say. Yeah.
I was trying to think what else I was going to say. I'm sure the
One
thought
thing-
will come back to me. Go through it.
One thing I do hope with the game, like obviously, Spyro game is you gotta have Spyro playable, but I do hope they don't completely ignore the other characters from the series. Like I would love to see Hunter return as a playable character as well,
Yeah.
Like Sparks.
and Sparks as well. And I am a fan of A Hero's Tale, so I will say I would like to see Sergeant Bird return as a playable character. He is probably the only of the extra playable characters from the series that I would like
Yeah.
to see return as playable. The others can appear as NPCs, but Sergeant Bird has the most potential.
So I'd like to see them
definitely.
all back
Yeah.
personally. I'm a big
Yeah.
Year of the Dragon truther.
Oh, I would like to see them all return, but maybe not as playable
Yeah.
because too many playable characters can cause
I
not enough
can-
gameplay for Spyro.
could
What's
cut out
the,
I don't know,
Bentley
like
as a playable character, but the others are fine.
Yeah.
I feel that might be true in PS1, but obviously, like we're 26 years on, like a game can be much larger, hold so much more memory. So,
Yeah.
I still
I
take
think
your
if
point
you'd asked
though. Like
me-
Agent
it's
9
still
would be good to see
development
come
time.
back as well.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think if you'd asked me 5 years ago, I'd have gone, right, we need to have Agent 9, we need to have Sergeant Bird, we need to have Bentley, we need to have Sheila, and all these characters back. I think I even made a video basically to that effect like 5 years ago, like how I would make Spyro 4. A lot of it, by the way, is stuff that I've either moved away from or like be like, nah, I wouldn't really look at that now. But yeah, the thing that I would say about like the friends, because I was so adamant on bringing so many of them back in that video, now I'm sort of looking at that and going, I wouldn't mind. This might be controversial, maybe a little bit sacrilegious. I genuinely wouldn't mind if he didn't bring anybody at all with him, like friend wise. If he brings even one, I'm okay with just like, even if it's just one. Say if he brings along like Hunter, just purely Hunter, like that's fine. I could totally roll with that because I think, judging by what little we've seen so far, which to be fair is what, a minute and a half of practically
Not the
little to
game.
nothing, gameplay wise, and a
Mostly
lot of
nice
cinematic.
trailer.
Like we didn't even see Sparks in the cinematic, for God's sake, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe there are some friends of his who are stranded with him, as per the plot is to say he's stranded in this new world. So but it doesn't mention any friends, so that's why I'm leaning towards, maybe it's just like one or two. Maybe it's Hunter.
The
that's
plot
it,
outline does reference new allies as well, which does
It
like
does,
it does seem to heavily imply that they're going to rely less on the old characters, which I'm personally not too mad about, because I do think like there's so much scope to expand the lore of Spyro. I like doing videos on like the lore and sort of like where the characters come from and stuff, and I think they can do so much there.
Elora.
Yeah,
the way I look at it, is every game in the original trilogy did that to some extent or another. They only really brought back Hunter in 3 because I guess like he just kind of came across as a mainstay character at that point and sort of made sense. Like, you know,
Zoe as well.
Yeah, and Zoe, that too. And then of course, like obviously Elora and the professor did a little cameo at the end, but like, you know, that was really. You know, it was really enough money back at the end of the day. Yeah, you know.
Thing is, I feel also like Toys for Bob have made it quite clear, at least on the interviews I've seen, that like they don't intend to end with this game. So I feel like there is room to do a lot with a lot of the characters and stuff eventually. But honestly, like I'm all for some new characters and like new memories and stuff. I'm very curious.
Finally, my Agent 9 FPS game might happen.
Exactly.
I do, however, think that villain looks a lot like Red in the Heroes Tale and the Legends games. Like, or at least the scepter, it does not look like Ripto's scepter. It looks completely different to his.
I mean, I did notice that there were a lot of references to, like, you had to like work very hard to spot them, but there were lots of references to like older Spyro games post original trilogy. Like you had a bit of Hero's Tale, a bit of Shadow Legacy with like the Dark Gems. You have like the Legend of Spyro, because I always saw him flying through the clouds as like that level where he's flying to Dante's freezer in A New Beginning. Like there were just lots of like Easter eggs, which again fills me with confidence and hope that they're actually taking this project seriously.
The thing I was going to quickly say is you mentioned how you felt like it was Red. When I first saw it initially, I was like, "Is that the sorcerer the from Shadow Legacy?" I'm like, "They're not bringing back the bloody sorcerer."
Yeah,
I hope it's a new villain.
I hope it's an entirely new villain. Yeah, and they've certainly indicated
like that too
in the trailer that it's a new evil, and I'm like, if you're gonna bring back a villain at any stage, the one you bring back is either Ripto, maybe Nasty Nork,
or both of them, like they promised all those years ago.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that was the thing. That was the thing when I touched upon earlier on when I said about how I made like a video like 4 or 5 years ago talking about Spyro 4. That was the thing I wanted that Nasty Nork and Ripto team up, and it doesn't look like we're getting it this time. Maybe for a hypothetical Spyro 5. I don't know.
I hope so.
Well, no, it won't be called Spyro 5 now. It'll be called Spyro Realm Beyond 2 Realm Harder or something.
Realm Harder.
Or a realm behind.
God, I can't wait to Realm Harder.
Yeah. Or like Spyro Realm from Home or something.
Realm from Home, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the one where he meets up with like the Skylanders Spyro and the Elijah Wood Spyro?
Oh, yeah.
It's Spyro No Way Home. There you go.
Yeah. That was the other thing I was going to pick up on about the Realm Beyond, was that, like, obviously when we last see him in Spyro Year of the Dragon, he's in the Forgotten Realms, but he goes there through a hole, and we don't ever see a portal there. So it does make me think, like, has the hole collapsed or something? Like, I mean, this is just pure speculation. I don't even know this will even come into the story, but, like, I don't know. That's where my mind was going initially.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know how portals are created now that Magic's returned to the Forgotten Realms. They could just be portals.
Nobody else can fit through the holes.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. But like if they've caved
nobody else can fit through the holes. Hunter immediately jumps in. Does not fit.
What we didn't see is after Spyro 3, a big boon in tourism to the Forgotten Realms, and they made that hole really big, and they've paved it and everything. It's fantastic. Yeah.
What we didn't see after Spyro 3 was a great game.
Hey, did it?
We saw good ones.
Heroes Tale's a thing, but all right.
Yeah,
get rid of Blink, and Heroes Tales amazing.
and Shadow
I
Legacy
don't-
especially.
I don't mind Season of Ice and Season
I-
of Flame.
I do
you
like
know.
Shadow Legacy.
Yeah.
I do not like Shadow Legacy at
I
all.
don't like it for its
no.
gameplay, but I like it for its
You like
its gameplay's
Spyro
alright.
Hill? Silent Hill Spyro?
I
Silent
like
Hill
it more
Spyro.
for its ideas on the lore, like giving money bags a family and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the same way that like
Although, strictly speaking, that wasn't the first game to give money bags family members, because that would have actually been Season of Flame.
oh, okay. I need to go
Is it
back
Season
and
of
watch
Flame
that.
or was it Attack of the Rhinox?
It's one of the two, yeah. I'd say he got.
Yeah.
It was a GBA game, yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
definitely. It wasn't Season of Ice. I can absolutely attest to that. 'Cause, yeah. I'd say
Yeah.
first Spyro game, I would have known that, but yeah.
I don't
I've
remember it
only
in
played
Season of Flame.
Flame and Attack of the Rhinox like twice. So.
I don't remember it in Season of Flame, but I've never played Attack of the Rhinox. Admittedly.
Oh, so it was probably
Yeah.
Attack of the
No,
Rhinox.
but I've never played that
I
one.
feel like it's Attack
Yeah.
of Rhinox.
Um,
So there's that Mini Bags, I
That's
think his
fair.
name was.
Mini
Actually,
bags. That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a complete tangent, but I also think, I mean, I don't like how random it is because you can tell they intended to include him more, but I did quite like his cameo in Enter the Dragonfly because, like, the last thing he says in Year of the Dragon is, "I'm gonna retire to Spooky Swamp and become a haiku poet," and then in Enter the
And it goes to Crystal
Dragonfly,
Islands.
well, exactly. It's random, and then he's not even there, and he ends up in the Dragonfly Dojo. But like, he's in like
Yeah.
this sort of poetry attire, like I need muse, and like his whole muse is gems. So it's like the whole trope of I've changed, but not really.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they did him dirty in Hero's Tale. They turned him into an Aladdin character. That's the most.
If you've got
politically
money to
correct way I can
spend,
say
I'm
this.
here to
Yeah.
relieve you of the burden.
I don't know. Are we sure it's the same money bags there? I mean,
It's supposed to be. Unless there's like an actual Spyro multiverse.
I always thought it was a family member.
Broke. It's broke bags,
Could be.
cultural appropriation bags.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I just looked it up. Yes, Mini Bags was in Attack of the Rhinox, not Season of Flame. So.
Oh, fair.
Also,
Well, there we go.
I think the design of Spyro started to degrade in the Hero's Tale. Like he had sort of the chubby cheeks, you know.
Wow,
That's
million
bizarre,
brain
but-
cells. Wow.
Yeah, and then
Brain
like
cells thing.
and then of course like Skylanders brings it to its most extreme culmination, if you like.
No, absolutely.
And now we're sort of coming back, but
yeah.
in a much more evolved way, after Reignited Trilogy.
So we have a proposed release date of spring 2027. I love how vague that is, but I thought it would be fun to wonder whether it's going to be March, April, May, June. Like, where are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
I feel like towards the end of March, start of April feels likely.
Look, I feel like it's going to get pushed back, much like GTA 6. No,
Yeah, same here.
I really hope
Way too long.
unless they need to. I'll preface this: if they need to push it back because they need to have more time to work on it, please, by all means, do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's one of
They've
the
had
things
19 years.
That was the biggest problem with Reignited. They didn't delay it
Yes.
long enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah,
because they
absolutely.
wanted to get it out in time for. I think it was. I don't remember what the deadline
I think it was November
originally.
that game came out. So
Yeah,
like between
Christmas.
like, sort of the Christmas period, yeah.
Which reminds
Yeah, but
me of
that
another
wasn't- that wasn't
Spyro
the
game
original.
that did that.
Because that wasn't the original deadline.
There's
though,
another
was it?
rush one? What do you
November?
mean?
No, the original deadline was September that year. Then they
Yeah.
pushed it back to November.
No, they just took.
Which,
a
yeah,
shit
they
in the
want to
bag
get it
and
out for the
there you
Christmas
go.
rush, but it's
Christmas
just
of
like,
2002.
yeah,
It's like,
It's
what,
Christmas of 2018 in this case, but
what's
yeah.
2 months gonna do? Like, I don't know.
exactly, yeah.
Should have been 2 years.
No,
really.
I genuinely hope that if they need to push it back because they're still, needing to work on stuff. Because this is the thing that you've also got to remember now about TFB. I don't know how big the team is nowadays. Last time we had any numerical figure about the size of the team was 2021. That they had, I think it was 180 staff members at the time. and of course, then we had layoffs in 2024. I believe it was
Of course,
86 people who were laid off in 2024. So that's what, about 94 by my calculation off the top of my head. If my maths is usually terrible. That
Microsoft
potentially still work there.
The Xbox branch of Microsoft was in real trouble in 2024. It's amazing how they've sort of tried to, this new CEO, like I'll just say I'm not a stan for Microsoft, like for obvious reasons. The hat, but the thing is, like, the CEO is doing a good job, all right, in terms of the games.
Asha Sharma,
she's doing good. Sharma. Yeah, she's doing a good job because
she's really turned it around.
Yeah,
as I say, under Phil Spencer, as I say, Xbox was suffering, and now it's actually it's looking a little bit brighter for Xbox and its portfolio of gaming divisions.
I think they're bringing out another console as well, like a retro version of it or something like that. That looked cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like the Series X or S, and it was like the translucent green, like
the anniversary one.
Like the original Xbox. Yeah.
Which I must admit, I do really like that design. It is a shame that Xbox kind of moved away from the translucent style because
since the 360, actually, their most successful console, funnily enough.
So
the point that I was trying to make before, because it's I by my calculation about 94 people potentially, as if those numbers were even still accurate. It's not a big team, and that's the thing. I saw somebody saying the other day, they need to hurry up and make this game, and it's just like, no, give them time, even if they need to push it back even by a month or two, even just to give it a little bit of polish, because I don't want it to be a reignited situation where I don't think it will be. But no. They had to palmed off the third game onto Sanzaru just to try and crunch and make it meet the deadline. So it was like, nah.
It was a bit of a shit show. Yeah.
I do also want to say, for like prosperity's sake, that like they did a very good job with that limited deadline, and I think the reason the Skylanders comparisons came full force was that they probably had to dip into a lot of their already created assets to like build the game because they had such a tight turnaround. So if you're somehow watching this, Toys for Bob, like, brilliant job there,
Well, you never know. You never know.
But actually, the talk about the Xbox led me on to like my final question before we wrap up. We all watch the showcases and stuff. I know Dante's made some notes about them. Like, what are our general thoughts on showcase season? Like, what other games are we excited about?
Persona 6.
The Legend of Zelda remake, Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Just like what, the fourth remake of that game, or like?
Very funny. It's the second.
Third remake. On a second remake.
Yeah.
I don't count Master Quest. That's not a remake. That's not.
I'm on a Master Quest. Sorry, the window was there.
I'm also looking forward to the new Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I'd never played Xenoblade before, but I know of the series. That looks good.
Such a good series.
Yeah.
The Crazy Taxi game looked very good. That's genuinely a franchise I never expected to like, really come back.
I really want to like Crazy Taxi, but I'll be honest with you, the moment that they've revealed that it does use generative AI, that I'm like,
really?
Where are you? Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
It's on the Steam page.
And I have been hyped for Crazy Taxi ever since they announced it. What was it, 2 years ago? Was it Summer Games Fest?
Yeah.
Where they mentioned they were doing a whole bunch of Sega like remasters of like, I think Double Dragon was one of them and all that type of thing. I think there was new Jet Set they were talking about, the Jet Set Radio Future. But no, so when they mentioned Crazy Taxi, I was like, hell yeah, that's right up my alley. I'm keen. And then they reveal it here, and I was like, yep, looks great. And then I found out afterwards, it's like, oh yeah, it does use elements of generative AI. I'm like,
that's disappointing.
Okay.
I mean, props them for at least admitting to it. Like, I'll give them that. A lot of companies would just try to sweep it under the rug and be like, what? No.
Yeah. That's a shame.
I think
it still sucks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in terms of things coming out of the reveals that we've seen this week, I think obviously Spyro is the big one for me. But if I had to choose another one, honestly, there isn't really a whole lot that was leaping out to me that I would say, yeah, that's for me. Like in terms of new stuff, There was that. I've forgotten that. It's that racing game that was by the folks who were originally the folks who worked on Forza Horizon. I think is it Clutch? I think it may have been. I'm not sure.
I
Potentially.
know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, hang on. Clutch,
Yeah.
yes. So it was the guys,
Yeah.
the Maverick Games. So they used to be members of the folks who used
Oh,
to make
yeah.
Forza. Yeah,
I remember the trailer now. Yeah, that did look dope.
yeah.
Um,
As I say, it did look very good. And as I say, although it's already been revealed beforehand, it was nice to have a little bit more information about Insomniac Wolverine. I'm very interested in that.
yeah.
My only big qualm about that is I really don't like the. So when you know how Wolverine, for those who are watching who don't know a huge thing about Wolverine, he's got a healing factor. Of course, any injuries he has get healed basically over time.
The adamantium, yeah.
No, not the adamantium so much. That's just an additional part, but the healing factor in particular. In the footage, they showed him healing from damage, which is great. That's perfect. I've got no issues with that. But it was when the costume was starting to repair itself that I was like, "That's a bit naff." I'm sorry. It gave me vibes of I think it was I can't remember which game it was that I compared it to, but I was like, the costume should not be healing itself. That's just stupid to me.
That's a bit silly.
I get why they're doing it. Otherwise, you'll be running around as a naked Wolverine for half the game. But if you're into that,
I feel like you can at least, have him be a shirtless Wolverine at least. I mean, I'm sure there are many people out there who are into that.
Yeah, but they probably couldn't afford Hugh Jackman again.
Oh god, yeah.
That was kind of his whole thing.
That's the thing. Like get an impressionist, who does a good Hugh Jackman,
That's why I'm really excited for that game. Yeah, because the original. The X-Men and Wolverine Origins was the first PS3 game I ever played, so it's kind of got a special place in my heart for that. Yeah.
Actually, I'm quite looking forward to it on the basis that I've played through the Insomniac Spider-Man game, which has been out for a long time at this point.
8 years, yeah.
And 8 year, similar time frame to
Spyro. Yeah, 2018. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I played through it recently, and I could and I think I've even spoken to you about this off camera. Like, I could see the influences, the early influences of their Spyro work in Spider-Man.
Yes,
which led me to convince, and we can probably talk about this on a different podcast episode, how Insomniac might make a new Spyro title nowadays, because they're so much older as a studio, bigger team, more creative minds, at the wheel. But yeah, it's a very good game. So I might try Wolverine on that basis. And the one I thought leapt out at me that I just saw Morgan put it up in chat. But Vivarium, the sort of Studio Ghibli game.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's sort of
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it looked...
I love the style.
It looked beautiful. I think the one thing is we don't know a lot about the game yet. Sort of we saw a very nice trailer, but it's I don't know if those are cutscenes and the game's going to be chibi style or something. But yeah, it was a very good game, so I might check that one out.
I will say I'm also very happy, as I say, this isn't for me personally, I'm very happy for the folks who were wanting more info about Kingdom Hearts 4, which randomly got dropped midway through a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
And as I say, of all bloody places. But no, as I say, it's been I think a year since we last heard anything about Kingdom Hearts 4. One of my best mates, he is a Kingdom Hearts fiend. He loves the games. He's forever telling me you need to play Kingdom Hearts, and I keep meaning to get around to it. But yeah, as I say, it's just one of those games that I thought, well, we haven't heard anything about it for a while. Please don't end up being another Metroid Prime 4 type situation where we're sitting there
Yeah.
going, "Where is Kingdom Hearts 4?" You know, and it was nice just to see it, and I'm like, okay, it's not a Metroid Prime 4 situation.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah.
To my knowledge,
Yeah.
like I think the gap between Kingdom Hearts 3 and 4 has been bigger than Spyro. Like it was a long time ago. I'm certain I've seen that
Kingdom
somewhere.
Hearts 3 was a PS4 game
Yes, it
originally.
was. Yeah.
Originally, oh okay. Oh, it might have been
Yeah.
PS like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Between 2 and
continuous.
3,
Yeah.
there was definitely a long gap.
Yeah, I remember my friend Matthew telling me something about that because he's a massive Kingdom Hearts fan. In fact, I thought of him as soon as I saw that reveal.
So Kingdom Hearts 3 was 2019. Kingdom Hearts 2 was 2005. So 14
yeah,
years. Roughly.
okay, yeah. So I was
Yeah.
thinking about that
But-
one, but yeah,
There also were like a bunch of spin-offs in between that are
There
technically
were,
canon.
yeah.
I hate
and
the
Exactly.
timeline.
remakes.
There's a
Yeah,
reason I'm not caught up.
yeah.
Of course,
There's way too many games, which fortunately I think most of them are going to be in those collections that were announced
Nice.
during the Nintendo Direct.
They technically all are in the collections, but some of them are
Yeah.
more just the cutscenes.
Yeah, cinematics. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But yeah, well, I think that is it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, watching, listening wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you very much to my panel. I've been Bobadink. That's been Danta Fanta, Bloskiol,
Hello.
or Lucas B, or Glaswegian Gamer, or
That Scottish bloke.
It's Lucas Socialist is the new one. Yeah.
Lucas Socialist, there we go. And of course the Kiwi Dragon.
And Lord Pikachu has been here, just hasn't been speaking.
Oh yeah, he's got a bit of a sore throat. And all our various Spyros.
Can't forget. Yeah, I was going to say, can't forget special guest, the actual Spyro himself. Way. See you, ladies.
Yay! Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Justice for Spyro.